Hey, what's going on, Class 53? It's OC Berry here with another ruck packing video. What you want to do when you're packing your ruck is, for example, if you have two computers, an iPad, a smartphone, whatever. I got my phone out. I have the packing list on the phone pulled up already, so I know what to do. So what I went ahead and did is just laid everything out to make sure, just do a quick layout for yourself to make sure you have everything go down the list here, and as you look at it, go ahead and point to it, check it off, whatever you got to do, make sure you have it. That way it makes packing a whole lot easier, and then you know for sure you didn't miss anything. Alright, so I have all my stuff here. I'm going to go ahead and get started on everything. Okay, so the first thing we need, just to make sure, is you got in the main compartment, your sleep system with the poncho liner inside. I went ahead and already did that. What you want to do is, I'm not going to undo mine because I'm remodeling my house and we got people outside putting in carpet and tile right now, so I got to stay in my room. So basically, what you do is, as you were laying down in it, you want to open up your poncho and spread it out as if you're about to get in there. And inside the cover, you want to put your sleep system inside. Alright? Then you want to grab the head of the sleep system and the cover, and you want to pick it up and just shake it to make sure the actual sleeping bag inside falls to the bottom. And then with it being laid out, what you want to do is go ahead and fold it like a taco or a hot dog bun in half, and then you want to get from either on the front side or the head side or the foot side, you want to get behind it, and you want to kind of roll it up all the way like you would your inflatable mat. So it'll end up looking like this, but half, because it'll be folded over. As you're rolling, you want to apply as much pressure as you can to get as much air as you can out of that thing. And then you put it inside your stuff sack here, and then you take your poncho liner, and what I did with mine is I just stuffed it in there, and I just made sure there was no air left in here. This thing is pretty solid. I mean, it sounds solid when it hits the ground. Just have it in there, and then when you tighten it down, just press down and kind of pull on all these little straps, make sure it's tight and secure in there. So we got that one, that's good to go. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and put it inside the rucksack in the main compartment. Now, you can just pick a side, doesn't matter, and put it in that side. The thing that I did, I opened up the zipper that separates my rucksack into two. That gives you a top and a bottom. I leave it all open as once. For me, that works out a lot better. And also you're able to get more things in here. At least that's how I found it. So I'm going to go ahead and pick a side. It's going to be on the left side looking at it, but my right side warm. Once again, it doesn't matter. But when you put it in, you want to squeeze it in all the way down, as tight as it goes, and just force it to one side. Make sure it stays on that one side. Don't let it kind of roll or anything like that. Alright, so that's down in there. Next up on your list, you got your waterproof bag containing the following. Well, we're going to go ahead and put the insect bar in there. The insect bar is next. So this thing is going to come all loose and frilly and everything. So what you want to do is kind of open it up. Do a little quick thing here. Open it up. What I do is I hold mine out like this and work my way down. So just start rolling it up, keeping it as tight as you can. Folding pieces in there. A little side. I try to make it the same size as the sleep system. I mean, it's not as full as that, so it's not gonna be the same size, but at least it'll kind of be close. And then just put it on the side opposite of your sleep system. So if you chose right, the insect bar is going on left, vice versa. Push that bad boy down as far as it goes. Okay. Next up, you've got extra wet weather bag. So this is the extra one that we ain't gonna use. So I'll go ahead and just put it on top of my insect bar, fold it up, get it on the inside bar. Squeeze all that air out of it. Just pack it in. Alright, now you're going to use a waterproof bag that your stuff is going in. Work to the side here. Alright, now we all received an email showing us what goes inside this wet weather bag. Alright, I'm going to give you guys a little tip on how to pack it accordingly, because when you're out in the field environment, everything's go, go, go. You don't really have time to be, digging through your bag and looking for, oh, I want to wear this pair of underwear, where's my brown towel, and all this stuff. Ain't nobody got time for that. So, what we're going to do is, in the bag here, you got your packing list. So 2 tan t-shirts, 2 pair of socks, brown towel, 1 set of ACUs, 1 spare boots. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to put the stuff at the bottom that I'm not going to need, that I know that I probably will not need. For example, brown towel. I have never used a towel in a field environment, so I'm putting that in there. Unless I was cleaning a weapon, but that's what weapon cleaning kits are for. So, towel goes in there. Next up, the thing I'm going to put in here is my spare boots, because I'm not really going to change my boots. Alright, so just put them in, facing down. Now, you don't have to pack your wet weather bag like this. This is just my standard. You can pack it to, if you feel like you're going to be changing your boots, or you feel like you're going to be taking a shower where you need your towel, you put that stuff up towards the top. Me, on the other hand, I'm not going to do that. So, my stuff goes on the bottom. 2 tan t-shirts. Next up, I'm putting my pair of ACUs, because I never change my clothes when I'm out in the field. Let me do this. It might be raining. I forgot this is Florida, so I might need to change my boots. But put my ACUs down here. Alright. Get them in nice in there. Make sure they're folded when you put your stuff in there. The neater it is, the less bulky it's going to be, the easier it's going to feel on your back when you're rucking and doing all your hua army things. So just keep it, keep it professional. Keep it tight and professional. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and throw my boots in on that. This time I'll put my boots in like they're sneakers in a box. So I'm going to lay one down this way, sole toward the bag, and then the other one is going down opposite, like I'm packing sneakers in a sneaker box. Alright, so that's on top of my towel and my ACUs. Next up, we've got 2 pairs of socks. Just put them up in there. 2 tan t-shirts. Put those in there. Underwear, I'm guessing, is optional. I don't see it on the packing list, but some people, they might want to change their underwear. So if you do have underwear, put it in there. I don't know if it's going to change on the list or not, but it's not on the list. I'm not going to put it in for the video's sake. So that concludes what's going inside the wet weather bag. Alright, now what you want to do with this is go ahead and squeeze it here. Just get it, we're about to seal it up. So the side with the strings, don't squeeze that side. The other side, you can grab it here and squeeze it. Just leave this side with the strings out. Flip it over if you have to, or just get it out your way. Then you're going to twist it up next. Squeeze down on the wet weather bag. Get all that air out. Alright, then twist and get ready to seal the deal here. Take one string. If you go one string, if you're turning it to the right, the other one you're going to take and turn it opposite. So the other one's going to the left. I want to make sure that if your rucksack gets rained on or anything like that, you're not going to get any water down in there, because that'll defeat the entire purpose of having a wet weather bag. Alright, once you've done that, go ahead and tighten it up. Just because if I'm wet and miserable and I want it, or real sweaty or something like that, or muddy, and it's been 2 days, on my third day I might want to be fresh for coming back to the barracks. So I don't want my stuff to be wet. Alright, next up, this thing is going to go inside. So go ahead and just put it down in your ruck, main compartment, and press it all the way down. Get it as close to the bottom here as you can. There it is. See that? And I got probably about a good six inches or so of play left, just in case, you know, other things last minute go in there. Alright, so that's good for there. Now, your side sustainment pouches. Alright, on the right side, when I say right or left from now on, it's going to be when worn. Alright, so your right side, when worn, sustainment pouch, we're going to put wet weather top and bottoms and the poncho. Alright, so if I'm looking at it, don't put it in your right side. If you're looking at the rucksack, if you're behind it, alright, so if you're this way, this is going to be your left side, obviously, because it's going to be as worn. Alright, so think about it. Your body, you know, you're standing here. Alright, your body, left, right. So on the right side, we're going to put wet weather top and bottoms and poncho. Alright? Take this PT belt off real quick. Alright, once again, I'm going to pack this thing according to, you know, what I'm going to need, what I'm not going to need, or not, you know, just what's most likely that I'm going to be pulling out. And my poncho is probably the most likely thing I'm going to pull out because I'm going to use it to cover up my ruck. I don't really care about getting wet. So, we're going to go ahead. I'll start with the wet weather bottoms going down, the least important to me. So it's going down at the bottom, followed by my wet weather top going on top of that. As you see, my stuff is tight and rolled and or folded. Alright, and I'm going to be shoving it all the way down to the bottom. Alright, poncho. Get the poncho tight as you can get it. Fold it up. Jam it in there. Alright, this side sustainment pouch is complete. So pull the drawstrings as tight as it goes, take the excess, throw it on underneath the flap here. Alright, make that bad boy in there tight. Alright, next up, we got your left side when worn. Cold weather top and bottoms, leather work gloves, cotton inserts. Cotton inserts. Here we go, you got 2 of them. Alright, what I do is, like, you know, I just grab them, fold them over like they're socks. Keep it like that. Your leather work gloves, can't really fold those over, but, you know, just keep them together here. Okay, so that's going in there, as well as all your cold weather gear. We're in Florida. It's going to be August drill. I don't think it's going to be cold. Alright, so go ahead and start putting these in there. So your wet weather top. Push it all the way down to the bottom. Same thing as the wet weather gear. Your cold weather gear is going to be the same story. Push that cold weather top down to the bottom. Cold weather bottoms, nice and folded. Alright, rolled, folded, whatever. Push it down to the bottom. Alright, now, inserts, leather gloves. They're going on top. Take the drawstring. Get it as tight as you can. Throw the excess on in there. And buckle up. Secure that. Alright, exterior of ruck. I already went ahead and did that. But as you can see here, got the US emblem, E-tool, carrier with the E-tool inside. See that? That's going in there. Alright, buckle that up. So we got that checked. And camelbacks will probably go inside your main compartment, but it's not on the email, so stand by on that. But I mean, if it changes to where they're going inside the rucksack, you got about 6 to 7 inches of play in there. Plenty of room for the camelback. Alright, so take your main compartment drawstring, pull it up, get it as tight as you can. Clamp that up. Alright, you want to take your sleeping mat, and that's going to go above the top flap. So here's the top flap, the one with our last name sewed on it. That's the top flap. You're going to take the sleeping mat, roll yours up. You might want to use like some 550 cord like I did to tie it up. Make sure it stays tight, or something really. Some of you guys have. I've seen some of these that have come with Velcro straps. Just whatever you do. All right, and then just go ahead and just weave that through the top straps. Alright, now we can go ahead and buckle the ruck. And start tightening it. Get it as tight as you can. As the tighter the ruck is, the more professional it looks. You look like real soldiers out there. Alright, so that's down. Now, you see all this excess straps, all this loose stuff here? What you want to do is get some 100-mile-an-hour tape, just tape it all down so it looks a little bit more professional. Next up, the PT belt, same as before. That's going to be going around it. So what I like to do is the buckle part. I'm going to put that underneath my E-tool carrier buckle, because if it's in your back, you know, if you go to jump up on the ruck and adjust your ruck, it might come unbuckled. Then you're gonna have something that just hangs off the side of your ruck like this. Doesn't look professional. So I'm gonna leave one side in here. Actually, just go around the rucksack. When you get to the back here, go underneath the straps. Don't go over the straps. So underneath one, underneath two, and just work your way around the rucksack. pull it up. There you go. You got your rucksack. 35, 40 pounds worth of gear here. Alright. Just make sure, like I said, go ahead and take some 100-mile-an-hour tape and secure all this stuff so everybody looks professional. That's how you pack a ruck.